Yo, what up, what up, what up? All praise to the Most High, man. Welcome to the Byzantine Empire. I'm your host, Emperor Joshua Manuel. Alright, man. Been a couple days now, so we're gonna do an update. You feel me? It's crazy when people act crazy with you and they gotta smell anyways. Yo, one of the things I wanna tell everybody, yo, like my focus is always never to basically burn it's like never to burn a bridge. Like try your best not to burn bridges because you don't know if you might need them again. Some strange reason sometimes people get these notions of in these areas different. If you're dealing with the family, it's like you gotta look at it for their side, your side, and they side. So you gotta look at it from numerous areas. You can't just look at it one way. So treat folks how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Because you reap what you sow. Them are seeds that you sowed. Like when you treating folks wrong, like those are seeds. You just sowed them seeds and put it into the ground. So one day, you know what I'm saying, you might have to, you know what I'm saying, honestly, like pray and some other things. Like everybody don't get that, but there are times where you're trying, and like for me, Byzantine Empire, like I'm saying, like so in my area of expertise is development within the nation, within the people, within all these different areas. That's me. Like that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing what I, you know what I'm saying, actually projected to do. You got people that may hate on you. You got people that might try to befriend you, whatever. That goes along with the territory. You just gonna have to you know what I'm saying, turn a deaf ear, ignore it. Anyways, staying focused. The key is to stay focused. Scratch every distraction. Like, don't even get caught up in the distractions or what the distractions is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it's meant to be there is to distract you. If it's not there to help you to move forward, then, like, at some point, you're going to have to, like, come to yourself, go to Jesus, and move accordingly, man. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just it. So, many times we don't know we don't even know what to do, bro, to be honest. We be like, say for instance, like, so, I'm gonna give my side of me. I find somebody, I'm talking to somebody. I mean, for our relationship to last. I've never gotten in a relationship for it to be, like, to capitalize on somebody. I ain't never been one of those niggas. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a person that's like, I go in to build with whoever I'm working, like whoever I'm with, to build with them. Like it's strange sometimes because of the things that I've had to go through, just being a believer at this point, where you're trying to stay focused, you're trying to stay grounded, and then you got one, people talking about you, two, people talking to other people behind your back, three, you know what I'm saying, people want to come back after, like, once you get to a certain level, and you don't be meaning no harm, but you like, nah, like, I don't, like, what was you when I needed you? You know what I'm saying? Like nah, like, you wasn't even here. Like, I had to figure this out this way. Matter of fact, you was probably who was a part of saying that I was doing something opposite. It get hard because you gotta, like, in Christ, we're taught to like always uplift the person and like try your best not to basically talk down on nobody. But you know what I'm saying? You got some just toxic people. Well, it don't matter what you do. They like this is the way that they are. Then you just got the people that's not toxic. It's just they get tired. Like they cool with you for a little while, then they get tired of you. They want you to leave. They want you to go somewhere else. And it's like when you're in relationships, like when I'm doing relationship, I don't really do the, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a past where things went a certain way. Like now it's like you learn from those mistakes. You like, all right, I'm gonna have to deal with this a little bit because of that. But all right, cool. Like I'll deal with it, cool. But when they don't trash you, or when they don't respect you, they don't honor you, like that's just it, man. Like especially if you change your ways, but they still doing the same thing. So when you look at it, and it's like I'm a dude and I'm changing. You know what I'm saying? Like this is kind of unheard of, like in this area, because like a lot of guys, we don't like to change, bro. We don't like. We feel like we know everything. We feel like you can't tell us nothing. You find somebody that can like, if you tell them something that they try to change, it's kind of like that's like a diamond in the rough. Like that's something I know. You know what I mean? But they still like strong and strong minded. They ain't just like basically they ain't just like a pushover. And the biggest thing is like say for instance with me, if I kill, then I might deal with your like I'll deal with your mess for a while, and I'm like I keep trying to talk to you. And then push gonna shove, if it keeps going, it's like okay, what else can I do? Because it's like hitting is not an option. You or me, neither one is just not an option. Talk talk about you or talk bad about you. That don't make sense. That seems very idiotic, stupid to me. Like, I don't know about nobody else. Can't speak for nobody else. But for me, it's like it's idiotic, stupid, dumb, whatever other words you can come up with talking about folks. It's like you ain't got nothing else to do with your life but to sit there and talk about folks. So when you get it and you look at it, you like you will really start feeling sorry for people because you just kind of like, okay, that kind of don't make sense. I thought you was better than that. Or I thought you was this caliber, like you middle to high class. So like I thought you was just in this. Like what you doing? It's certain areas that like for me personally because I come from a particular background, and it's like I mean everybody in a best light. I don't mean for nobody to be like negative or anything of that nature. Like you should be doing something that you like to do. You should be working in an area that is, you know what I'm saying, that's going to promote you, or you should be going to school for it. One of the like some up in those areas, man. But things that your mom teach you, it's like when it come down to my mom, it was different. My mama was one, she was a pastor. So to look for a woman like my mama is kind of like a needle in a haystack, cause it's like mama was a pastor. Mama was like she moved this way. So when I'm working with anybody, it's like I already know like a person gonna have to reach that level. Like that ain't just an easy level to get to, man. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta reach that level. So when I give that information and it's like it goes in one ear, not the other, it's still doing the same. And then it go from one section of thing, it go from wanting to be with you, wanting to touch you, wanting to something, and then it's like you irritated because you like, we just agreed for you not to do this, and then you did this anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know what I've been through, and everything that I done said to you, like, it wasn't used in a good manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, It wasn't used in a good manner towards me. It was used against me in a way that was like untrue. So then I still gotta go to God and pray and be like, God, don't like they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta go to God and pray to God like that. Like man, like God, they don't know my walk. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know this. They don't know that. They don't know how this affects me. They think that a lot of times you dealing with men and women, vice versa, as couples. They think that, you know what I'm saying, like there's just some ways that men don't approach men unless they want to fight. Women too. Um, to disrespect someone is there's so many levels to it, I guess. So when you aiming to help or you aiming to you're aiming to help or you're trying to protect or you're trying to help people move into a different light. Sometimes, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It really, 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 really hurts. Because it's like you really going out your way to talk to them, or you really going out your way to try to get to know them, to get a good understanding with whatever it don't matter what the situation is. It's just like you looking at it at a situation where it's like, okay, I went through this, you went through that, so we got like some type of common ground. So I shouldn't be dealing with some things that I would deal with somebody that ain't never been through it. But if I'm dealing with that worse, and it's kind of like, okay, now I gotta see if, okay, this more of like pushing away because you know what I'm saying? This more pushing away because because you scared of the relationship, or what is it? The same way you got over here, the same way you wanted to get out. So when you do that, it's like I'm not even like it's crazy, but I'm not upset. I'm not even frustrated. Like I'm just like wow, more or less disappointed because it's you done been through hell and high water. What you talking to me like that for? You didn't want to be talked to that way, but yet and still you talking to me that way. And then when it don't add up to me, it's like if a person say like they feel like they got self-esteem issues, I'm kind of like okay, self-esteem issues meaning like you a little bit more bashful and this and this and that. Self-esteem attitude is not also including you can get the fuck out and whatever woo 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 like you like that's hard for me to see because I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen self-esteem issues or something. And this it's like my first time, so I'm like okay, I guess. But when it's going on and you're working, so like me, I work full time. You know what I'm saying, biblically. Oh God, Byzantine Empire. Like I work full time to you know to get things moving forward. When they got such a chip on their shoulder, and it's like you can even see God like looking at it like my son, my daughter, like please don't make me humble you. My son, my daughter, please don't make me humble you. We supposed to be humble. No matter what we have, like when I was being taught through the trenches was humble yourself as a child. Humble yourself as a child. Soon as you think that you know it all or you know anything, is you're not as humble as a child, man. You're not teachable. So if something happens, that's your fault. That ain't nobody else's fault. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit. So that's reality. So I'm not gonna like turn off the camera and then turn it back on. So Here we are. Um, Trying to get ready for the event coming up. And it's like I'm faced with nothing but distractions. I thought I would get more help than this. Like more or less like what do you need me to do? How can I help? What I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm getting. I'm constantly getting something about somebody that I'm not talking to. I haven't been talking to. And I'm constantly like when I finally get quiet and I'm like, all right, then I go quiet. And now I'm in my quiet zone. Like a lot of people that know me know what quiet means. Like I mean, I'm in my quiet zone. Like I'm in my no nonsense. Like I'm not taking no nonsense at all. Like I'm pure focus. You know what I'm saying? It's a pure focus through God. Like I ain't on none of that. So whatever, like this is me focused. I ain't angry. I ain't mad. It's one of those times where I will be like, yeah, don't touch me. Like when you talk, like it's keep it brief, cause like I'm in a certain zone. Like I don't talk a whole lot during these zones. Um, God is worthy of, you know what I'm saying, of total adoration and praise. So when you doing things like this, you gotta get close. You gotta get really close to God. Really, really, really close to God, man. Cause despite what we, despite what we think sometimes, despite a lot of different things, it's like I finally reached this place where I'm like, okay, I accept. I'm accepting life as it is. So I finally reached this place where, so you purposely sabotaging everything. Like, why? Like, I ain't went and talked to nobody else. I ain't did nothing else. We supposed to be in this type of relationship. The funny thing is like, this is the same thing that it happened before. If it would be different, if it was new, I'm like, this is the exact same thing. The only difference is, well, I would have said not married, but like married, it's marriage there too. So it's funny because it's like watching it and seeing it. It's not funny because I know the devil only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But the understanding is definitely there. You're not helping me. You're not trying to talk to me about nothing in particular. Everything that's coming to me is it's like allegations. It's like going to court and they ain't got nothing on you. All they got is allegations. And then the judge is like, what proof do you have? Well, he said that's not proof. Well, I think is that proof. No. Then he used the gavel, bang, and this whole case is over. Like you don't have no proof on nothing. So it's like sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, is the focus to is the focus supposed to be to stress the person out? Is the focus supposed to be working with each other? Like what are you doing? And it's like, then lack of a better word is like, is this benefiting you at all? Like in some way, form, or fashion, like is what you doing like actually like financially some kind of way benefiting you? If it is, I'm like, okay, that's cool. If it's not, and it's like you messing up a good dude, you messing over a good dude or a good female, that ain't that ain't cool, bro. That ain't something like when you talking to like a male or a female, and it's like they willing to go the extra mile for you. Like I try not to do that. In the past, it's been the opposite before, but then it's like, then it's like they'll come at you And you literally have to be like, man, I'm not for to fight with you. You ain't for to fight with me. We ain't for to be tussling or none of that. And you really gotta be like to a point where it's like, man, the police will have to get involved because I'm not for to hurt you. You're not for to hurt me. And it's like this don't make sense. So to the nation, to
That's called a snitch.
through these areas, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming up in the hood, bro. So I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. It's a man and a woman. The woman comes up in the man's face saying all kinds of things. As soon as the man, like, if the man loses it and beats the woman, that's 5 years, bro. And if the woman loses it and then do something to the man, that's 5 years. Like, that's some time in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some bad time in prison type stuff. So it's like, okay, you try to talk, it ain't going no way. The difference is I'm the Byzantine Empire, meaning I'm Minister of Defense, meaning in my house already is the popos because of what I'm doing. Like, let me say this one more time, y'all don't get it. In my house already is some popos, meaning I got military, I got MP, I got, you name it, it's there. Secret Service, however, whatever it is, that's what's in the Byzantine Empire. So it's like, if I make a wrong move as an emperor, it's kind of like calling, like, it's different. Like, I ask you to stop. If I ask you to stop, that means I can see something, I feel something, and I'm like, yo, stop. I see where this going, I'm not going there. Please stop. Just like if you come, you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, true story, this happened earlier. Rebecca go to the room. She take Skating to the room, whatever. So I go, he had just woke up from a nap with that. Go in the room. I go in the room. I'm really looking for something because I felt like I dropped something in the room, whatever. I go in the room and I'm getting yelled